Are we sure that this isn't the year of the Philadelphia 76ers?
Oh, I had that one too.
Are we sure?
I had, where is it? Are we sure Philly shouldn't be the favorite in the league?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Even stronger.
Because on FanDuel, the Celtics are the favorite. And
I don't get
like
that
the
anymore.
Nets are right there. Well, I think part of it has to do with where they set the odds and they want people to bet on it. But look, nobody is going to be more suspicious of a James Harden-led team than your friend Bill Simmons. I like everything they did. Even the PJ Tucker contract, which was too long, and by year 3, that's going to be whatever. It's a 1-year deal that's going to be 3 years. But he makes your team wuss-proof. You have him on your team. You guys on the team can no longer get away with things. And I do feel like for the Harden evolution, he's going to be important. I also Harden did look like he was in shape, right? You watched that. What did you think?
Did or did not? At the end of last year or now?
No, right now. When he gave that press conference and the whole thing, I was actually a believer that he's in shape.
Sure. I mean, that's great. I hope he's in shape. It's his job to be in shape. We'll see if he's in shape by the end of the year. But yeah, he looked good. He looked good. And I actually thought he had some playoff games where he looked. I think the old James Harden is dead, and we all need to get over it. Houston Harden, get by anybody. That's not coming back, even if the hamstring's okay. But he had some games in the playoffs where he looked like he could still do enough to at least get inside shoulder position, do enough to get to the rim. He just needs to do his slogan for the year should just be do enough. Do it when it's elimination game time, when it's 2-2 game 5, the whole season is at stake. I don't expect 30 and 12. I don't expect step back threes to be just do enough to help a little bit. That's all.
23, 8 and 7.
Yeah, great.
And you're psyched.
18, 12, and I didn't just sort of stand around as the game unfolded around me as if I were plotting what my post-game plans and where I was going to go on my first vacation. Just that, because he's still pretty damn good. I think he's still going to be an all-star this year and in the conversation for third-team All-NBA. And the talent around him I think this is the best team top to bottom of the Joel Embiid era. The only one that's close is the Butler one. And I went through that last week. 6, 7, and 8 in postseason minutes on that team are Mike Scott, James Ennis, and Boban. That's sick. That's your next 3 guys. This team is loaded.
Couldn't agree more. I never sold my Tybal stock last year. It cratered. It was like Bitcoin. And I watched the market crash, and I watched it, and I was like, you know what? I'm holding on. I still believe in guys who can be elite defenders and might learn how to shoot 3. There's been some good Tybal buzz. At some point, I'll figure out if it's Tybal or Thybal. I just call them both. I alternate depending on what kind of mood I'm in. And we both really like Melton.
Melton's
to me,
good.
It's like we look at it the same way in a lot of respects. I just give me playoff series guys. Can you play in a playoff series? I come out of every playoffs and I look at my own team and some of the others, and it's like, could you have played in that series? Melton's a playoff series guy. I still feel like Tybal's a playoff guy. And then we know PJ Tucker is. And the thing with PJ Tucker, especially against the Celtics, is he's going to do all the PJ Tucker stuff. He's going to do all the stuff he did in the Miami series. And honestly, other than Butler, has Embiid even played with a guy like that? A guy who's tougher than him? It's really just Butler.
And they've missed that kind of personality. Now, whether Melton's a playoff guy is up for debate because he kind of fell out of the rotation for parts.
But
of
I'm just saying what he brings to the table is stuff I want in a playoff series.
Well, I can swear on this podcast freely, and so
yes,
when I talk about what Melton brings to the Sixers, I have to talk around it. What he brings to this team is a fuck shit up guy. And they need a fuck shit up guy because they can be slow and sluggy, which is not even a word. They just need he comes in there and he gets rebounds and he flies around and he gets steals. This is a really bad rebounding team outside of Embiid. Tucker will do the same thing. Offense, he's a sneaky good offensive rebounder, just goes in there and trucks guys on the baseline. They needed a fuck shit up guy, and Melton brings that dimension in the open court on the glass. Yeah, look, I mean, the case against the Sixers is
health,
one
conditioning.
Embiid's always injured, which is they're always he gets elbowed in the, like, what am I supposed to do about him getting elbowed in the face? That's not anything to me. Harden crapping the bed when it matters.
Well, we know. Well, I'm just factoring that in, and I still think you could say they're the favorites, even when we're factoring in the James Harden crappy playoff games.
And then Harden and Maxey being two defensive liabilities in their crunch time five, which I just think, I think you can plot around that in a lot of different ways. But I disagree with, like, there's Harden crappy playoff games, and then there's Harden took 2 shots in the second half of an elimination game. If that guy shows up, they can never win the title. They need him to be good enough. Their talent isn't that overwhelming that he can just no-show big games. He has to show something.
Maxey, I would expect he's at least, 5% better, 10% better than he was last year? He was good last year. But his year 3, he'll be a little bit better at least.